Let's pack today's lunchbox for my cousin and her coworkers and my followers. Today I made them Big Papa carne asada fried burritos. I begin by melting the cheese on the tortilla, then I add some rice, the carne asada, some fresh pico de gallo, a little bit of nacho cheese, some avocado sauce, sour cream, and then 2 handfuls of fries. Then I roll them up, make sure I don't bust in my face because they were huge. They had the option between a normal carne asada fried burrito or a hot Cheeto carne asada fried burrito. And that one basically just had the carne asada, some cheese, some nacho cheese, lots of fries, and some hot Cheetos. Oh, and more nacho cheese. Now, these burritos were huge, like butter up my buns huge. Then I wrapped them up in some parchment paper, and now let me cut them in half so you can see what they look like. This is exactly the reason why I call them Big Papa burritos. I'm also gonna put some mild burning boho hot sauce in these small little containers. Now I'm gonna put everything in their phone box along with 2 little hot sauces for them because that's what they asked for. Today they had the option between a soda or a regular strawberry water, and this time they chose both. Today we had about 30 of these orders. Now I just get everything ready for her and she comes and picks up during lunchtime. Bye! Let's pack today's lunchbox for my cousin and her coworkers and my father-in-law. Today I made my cousin and her coworkers some quick, spicy, crispy chicken sandwiches. I fried up some chicken thighs and put my pepper jack cheese on top so it can get nice and melted. I butter up my buns, then I spread a little bit of mayo, added some pickles, some tomatoes, my lettuce, and of course, my chicken. Then I wrapped everything up in parchment paper for them and put it in their phone box. Along with the chicken sandwich, they got a side of fries. I'm gonna add a couple of ketchup packages because I don't have no more of the little containers, and a slice of chocolate cake. Now I'm just gonna pack everything up for them and get everything ready for pickup. I also made a special lunch today, and that's for my father-in-law. Since he is at the hospital not feeling well, I decided to spoil him a little bit. So for him, I made him a white rice with some corn and a big ass piece of salmon. He's also getting some of his favorite mixed veggies. To go along with the salmon, I'm gonna add 2 pieces of lime y un chile pa morder. I'm also going to pack a little bit of watermelon for him so he can have a quick, fresh snack. And of course, I can't forget about his forks. I pack everything up for him with a couple of drinks. He's taking a water and a Gatorade. And I also put an apple there for later. And that's it, guys. My cousin came and picked up her lunch during lunchtime. And I went and dropped off my father-in-law's to the hospital. Bye! Let's pack today's lunchbox for my friends and followers. Today, I'm making them stuffed ranchera steak pinwheels. I really didn't know what to call it, so that's what we're gonna call it, with a Cajun Alfredo pasta. But first, we're gonna make the stuffing that's gonna go inside the steaks. We're gonna use chorizo, bacon, a little bit of bell peppers, onions, cream cheese, and your cheese of choice. I'm gonna use some mozzarella. Then I smear it all over my steaks, roll it up, tie it up, just to make sure that everything stays in there. Now, the plan was to grill these, but I ran out of propane, so I had to bring them inside and finish them off in the air fryer. For the Cajun Alfredo pasta, we're gonna saute a little bit of garlic, onion, and peppers in some butter. Then I add some Cajun seasoning, some Cajun bouillon, some chicken bouillon, a little bit of heavy cream, some cream cheese, and cheese of choice. I'm going to use a mixture of mozzarella and pepper jack. Look at how cheesy the sauce is though. And I incorporate the pasta and the sauce, and this is what it looks like. Once our steaks are ready and they have cooled off, we're going to cut them. And these are the pinwheels. Now we get to assemble the box. We're going to add our Cajun Alfredo pasta and a couple of these pinwheels. This is a dish that one of my followers requested, so I really hope everybody liked it. And I sprinkle it with a little bit of cilantro for garnish. Today they had the option between a soda or a pineapple strawberry agua fresca. And most of them chose the agua fresca except 2. I also wanted to surprise them today with a little treat. Today is my baby sister's birthday, so I decided to celebrate with everyone by giving them a slice of a Mexican dessert. This is kind of like a key lime pie. I don't know, but it's freaking bomb, and they had no idea they were getting this. And that's it, guys. Now I'm just gonna get everything ready for them, including their drinks and pies, and they come and pick up during lunchtime. Bye! Let's pack today's lunchbox for my friends and followers. Today I'm making them something I want to call the Raging BB Burger. You know, burning butthole burger. To my food processor, I'm going to add some jalapenos and habaneros. I did warn them that they were going to be shooting stars like the 4th of July, but they didn't care. They said, bring it. I'm going to change the blade to my food processor to the mixing one only because I'm not planning on touching this. I don't want to have raging burning eyeballs later. I also add in there some caramelized onions, cooked bacon, my meat, and then I season it up. I'm using a Cajun seasoning and a special blend from Chupacabra Rub and my cheese of choice, which was a Mexican blend cheese. And then I mix my meat up. For those who care, I'm using the Magicos food processor. Now I'm just gonna form all of my patties using my tortilla press, and then I throw it into my grill. Inside one, because I still don't have propane and I'm not planning on buying any. Now I'm just gonna flip my meat and cook some bacon. For cheese of choice, I'm gonna add more Mexican blend. While that cheese melts, I'm going to make the sauce that's gonna have buttholes screaming. It's a mayo base sauce, but I do add some habanero, ghost pepper, reaper, and chipotles. I'm gonna butter up my buns, make sure they're nice and crispy, and then I add some of that BB hot sauce all over my buns. And I add some lettuce and some sliced pickles. On top of that, we're going to add our patty with all that melted cheese. Then we top it off with some bacon and some sliced jalapenos. And just for an extra kick in the face, I'm gonna add some diced banana peppers and more of my BB hot sauce. Then I add another patty, a slice of tomato, and some purple onion. And there you have it, guys. Now I did run out of parchment paper, so I started to improvise. I did want to split this one in half just so you guys can see the inside. And this you see right here is BB sauce, because they're gonna use to dip their fries. So they are gonna get a big side of crispy fries that I seasoned with some more Cajun seasoning. They were aware that the burger I was making was gonna burn their entire universe in stars, but I did write a warning label. And for their drink, I made them a jalapeno lemon lime agua fresca. You heard correctly. And that's it, guys. I'm gonna get everything ready for them so they can come and pick up during lunchtime. Bye! Packing lunch for my husband. Just kidding. This is for my cousin and a couple of her coworkers. So I've been selling lunch for the past couple of weeks, and today they're getting the Chavo del Ocho Deluxe. Yep, you saw me toast my bread with some mayo. And before you judge, just look at how beautiful the bolillo got toasted. I like to add a spread of avocado and yes, more mayo, turkey, and then all the veggies. I'm only gonna put 2 jalapenos because even though they swear they like chile, they're always complaining about how spicy my food is. Mainly my cousin, of course. Now I'm just gonna wrap everything on some parchment paper and some foil, and then put everything in a little foam box and a little baggie of chippies. And I also include the drink. Now, how much would you guys pay for these type of boxes? Because I'm having a lot of trouble pricing my food. I don't want to underprice and I don't want to overprice, but I do put all of my love in every single one of those boxes, and they do get different food every single day. And pick up during lunchtime. Bye! Let's pack today's lunchbox for my friends and followers. Today I'm making them Big Papa wannabe Taco Bell burritos. To my meat, I'm gonna season it up with a little bit of Taco Tuesday from Flavor God and some Jack and the Bean dip from Market to Market. On the back of these packets, they always give you ideas on how to use their seasoning, and I think that's super cool. So I'm just gonna add about 2 tablespoons of Jack and the Bean dip to my meat, and then I'm gonna let it simmer in its own juices for about 10 to 15 minutes so my meat can be nice and soft before I brown it, because I hate hard ground beef. We're also gonna make them a fresh pico and a fresh guacamole. I have a soft skin avocado tree in my backyard, but taking the skins off is a biatch. So I'm going to show you guys a quick little hack. Using a wire basket, I just smash my avocados through, and then all the meat goes through the wire, and then the skin stays on top. And with the spoon, I just go in there, scrape the avocado meat, and then toss the skins. There you have it, guys. That's a hack in case you have an avocado tree like mine. To season it up, I'm going to use some lemon pepper and garlic lovers from Flavor God, a little bit of lime juice, and salt. Now I get to assemble our Big Papa burritos. I'm going to add my taco meat first, a little bit of rice, 2 handfuls of seasoned fries, and then I drizzle lots of nacho cheese all over the fries, a little bit of sour cream, and some spicy avocado sauce. We're also going to add some of that guacamole we just made and the fresh pico. And if you thought I was done, I am not. I'm also going to add some crushed up Doritos. Oh my gosh, you lost me at Doritos. Oh, too bad, so sad. Now I'm just going to roll it up, make sure I don't bust in her face, wrap it in some parchment paper, and then cut it in half for them. I'm also going to add some hot sauce because I must admit I do hoarder all of my condiments from my favorite fast food joints. For the drink, they had the option between a soda or a cranberry hibiscus agua fresca, and they chose the agua fresca. For a sweet treat, I made them a no-bake gansito cheesecake. To top it off, we're just gonna add a little bit of whipped cream. And that's it, guys. Now I'm just gonna hurry my ass up, get everything ready for them, including their drinks, and then they come and pick up during lunchtime. Bye! Let's pack today's lunchbox for my friends and followers. Since it is my 1-year anniversary on TikTok, we're gonna replicate the video that got my first 1,000,000 views. So today we're making them the McRib sandwich. I'm gonna begin by removing the membrane from my ribs, and for the binder, we're gonna rub the ribs with mustard. And if you're scared to rub your meat raw, then go to church, because I know y'all be rubbing other things raw too. We're gonna add our favorite rub to our ribs, and I can't say this enough, guys. You're not gonna rub the rub on the ribs. You're gonna press the rub on the ribs so that rub stays on them, or else it's just gonna come on your hands. And make sure you do it on both sides. Then you're gonna tightly wrap these in foil, stick them in your oven at 350 degrees for 3 hours. Then I pull them out, rub my favorite barbecue sauce all over my ribs, stick it back in the oven at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes until they get nice and caramelized. Remove all the bones from the meat, and it's time to assemble our McRib. I'ma butter up my buns, make sure they're nice and crispy. And basically we're just replicating the McRib, but better. So we're gonna add a couple of pickle slices and our juicy, sticky, icky ribs. Make sure that none of that bun is exposed. Then you add your thinly sliced onions and you top it off with your top bun. We wrap it up in some parchment paper and then put it in the paper box. I always want to say foam box. Along with our McRib, they're gonna get some seasoned fries. Since I still can't find the caps for my little condiment containers, I literally just made them little baggies of ketchup and barbecue sauce. For their drink, they had the option between a soda or a pomegranate lemonade. And that's it, guys. Now I'm just gonna get everything ready for them so they can come and pick up during lunchtime. Bye! Let's pack today's lunchbox for my friends and followers. Today I'm making them a Big Papa shrimp loaded potatoes. But wait, not any shrimp potatoes. I'm gonna begin by baking my potatoes. I add a little bit of oil, season them up, give them a nice rub-a-dub-dub, and wrap them in some foil. Then I take them to my air fryer at 400 degrees for about an hour. Meanwhile, we're gonna make the shrimp that's gonna go inside the potatoes. In a pan with 2 tablespoons of butter, we're going to saute 2 pounds of shrimp. Then I season them up using Cajun seasoning from Dos Gringos and garlic lovers from Flavor God. Half of the shrimp we're gonna chop up and put inside the potatoes, and the other half we're gonna turn into a creamy, cheesy sauce. So we're gonna add more butter to our pan and saute onion, garlic, and pepper. Season it up using Market to Market Garlic of Eden. You can find those seasonings on my online store in my bio. I also blend 3 ounces of cream cheese and about a cup of sour cream just to make sure that the sauce is nice and smooth. Add a handful of mozzarella cheese and half of that shrimp that we cooked in the Cajun seasoning, and then we mix everything up, and look how cheesy that looks. And to top off the loaded potatoes, I'm going to add some stuffed shrimp wrapped in bacon. Just make sure to remove all the poos from your shrimp. To a big bowl, I'm gonna add some rotisserie chicken, 2 ounces of cream cheese, about 1/4 cup of mozzarella cheese, and a couple splashes of buffalo sauce. Then I mix everything up until it becomes a paste. Stuff the backs of our Big Papa shrimpies and then wrap them in some bacon. And then you air fry them until they're nice and crispy. I feel like this recipe just keeps going and going, but trust me, it is worth it. I'm gonna remove the tops from my potatoes. That way I can go in there with a spoon and carve all of the insides. Once that's done, we're gonna add the chopped shrimp, 2 ounces of cream cheese, 1/4 cup of sour cream, green onion and cilantro, a handful of mozzarella cheese, and then I season it up using some Cajun seasoning. We're gonna mix everything together and restuff our potatoes. And don't be stingy. You're gonna stuff them until you can't no more. Top them with more cheese and stick them back into the oven until the cheese is nice and melted like this. Now we're gonna ladle some of those shrimps that we made and that creamy cheesy sauce, add a little bit more onion and cilantro and some tomato for color, and then top it off with those Big Papa chicken buffalo stuffed shrimpies. Today they had the option between a soda or a pomegranate lemonade, and they chose the pomegranate lemonade. And that's it, guys. Now I'm just gonna hurry my ass up, get everything ready for them so they can come and pick up during lunchtime. Bye! Let's pack today's lunchbox for my cousin and her coworkers and my followers. Today I'm making them Pollo Loco style chicken burritos. And no, it's not a copycat from Pollo Loco. This is a family recipe. I begin by making my marinade, and I'm gonna leave all the details on the comments. There's a lot of stuff to the marinade, but at the end it's worth it. I'm just going to marinate my chicken, and I'm gonna put it in my fridge for about 2 to 3 hours. Then I take it outside to my grill and make sure I babysit my chicken so that it doesn't burn. I cut it up into small pieces, and then I start to assemble my burrito. I spread some refried beans at the bottom, add a couple scoops of a buttery cilantro lime rice. Add your cheese of choice. I'm going to use some Monterey Jack cheese, a couple scoops of that Pollo Loco we just made, some fresh pico de gallo, a chipotle sour cream, and some avocado sauce. I roll it up, make sure it don't bust in my face because it was huge. Then I wrap it in some parchment paper and in some foil. Didn't end up using the foam box because I felt like it was unnecessary, but as fast as these were coming out, they were leaving. One of the things that I've been doing while I'm cooking is turning on my air purifier. I hate how my house always smells like a restaurant. I just turned this on full blast, put that child lock on it because my kid is a menace to society. He's always messing with this. Or I set it up for the nighttime and my house doesn't smell at all. Especially when you burn your beans or when you fried fish, the smell is gone. Anyways, today's option was between a soda or an agua de mazapan, and this time they chose agua de mazapan. So much that I ran out of cups. And that's it, guys. I'm gonna get everything ready for her, including her drinks without a cap, and she comes and picks up during lunchtime. Bye! Let's make today's after school lunch for Josiah and Natalie. If you guys are my OGs, you guys know that the first meal I ever cooked Natalie was flautas. So today I decided to make her flautas again. In this bowl, I have some potatoes, shredded chicken that I seasoned up. I didn't have any grated cheese because I used it all on my previous recipe, but that was not going to stop me from adding cheese to their flautas. By the way, that was cheddar cheese. You guys always ask me what type of tortillas do I use when making my flautas. I use any type of corn tortilla that I have. If your tortillas are cold, they're going to crack. So make sure that you fully warm them up, whether they're in the microwave, stovetop, comal, wherever, just warm them up thoroughly. If you use the microwave, make sure that you immediately start to separate them or they will stick. Now, I'm just gonna add my stuffing to my tortilla and roll them all up. Notice how my tortillas didn't crack? Well, that's because we warmed them up thoroughly. You can also secure them with toothpicks, but I don't think I need them, so I'm not. And that's because when I fry them seam side down so they don't unroll themselves. I make sure to fry them on both sides until they get nice and crispy. And then I drain them. This time, I'm gonna prepare them a little different from the first time that I made them just to see if she notices. So I drizzle lots of nacho cheese, some green avocado sauce, and some sour cream. A little bit of lettuce and tomato. And guess what? She comes to the living room just to ask me if I remember the first dish that I cooked for her. Of course I remember, silly goose. I did these on purpose. Hope you like this recipe. Bye!